You're with Lance PUGMIRE of LA Times. Now, the big buzz is not really Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward at the moment. It's Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Well, I mean, it's obviously taken a lot of buzz and attention away from this fight, but, you know, it's a novelty fight. I mean, the interest to me is more in going to be the press conferences and the verbal back and forth between these guys. How creative can they get? What are they going to say to each other? The fight, I think we all know what's going to happen. How can Floyd not dominate that fight? Could Conor land a lucky punch? Certainly, and I think that that's going to be said over and over again. But, you know, the way that Conor works to undress guys mentally and using those tricks on the great mind of Floyd Mayweather, let's see how that works. And can he get to him by the time that August 26th rolls around?
You know, Floyd Mayweather is a former Olympian. He won the bronze medal. He was 84-6 as an amateur. He's 49-0 as a professional. You go to BoxRec.com, you look up Conor McGregor, it says 0-0-0. How do the fans and the public continue to get duped on a fight like this?
It's a pretty wide disparity, and you know what, I was actually just getting ready to do some reporting on this. I thought it was kind of strange that at the same meeting yesterday where the head of the Nevada Commission, Bob Bennett, just reamed this Southern California promoter, Roy Engelbrecht, for staging mismatches, he basically signed off on Mayweather-McGregor.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Money sells.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. There is interest in seeing these two guys in the ring, and that's what everyone's going to choose to decide to pay for or not. But to pretend that it's going to be this competitive fight, I'd be absolutely dropping the ball as a boxing reporter, as an MMA reporter, to say, oh, this fight has merit.
Right. Now, if there was one advantage that you could give Conor McGregor, and the only thing I can see was the fact that Mayweather is very comfortable at 147 pounds. He's very familiar with 154. The only thing I can see is that Conor does not have to boil down to 147. He has fought at 155 in the UFC rules. 154, is there any advantages there for McGregor?
I think so. I mean, all of the physical advantages are there for Conor. I mean, he's been mostly active. He's going to have a height advantage, basically a size advantage. He's going to be throwing that southpaw punch that has given Mayweather fits in the past. And he's younger. And Mayweather's been out of the ring for basically 2 years and is 40 years old. So all of the physical advantages apply. But the boxing education that Floyd Mayweather has is going to be the deciding factor.
One of my final questions, let's speak on the financial aspects. We're looking at 9 figures. They're looking at possibly breaking the pay-per-view record, which won't stand for very long with Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Do you believe that it will break those records of 4.6, 4.4 buys?
I don't think so, but I do think that it could definitely be like in that 2.5 million range, and I think the live gate at T-Mobile will be very significant. It's definitely going to draw traffic. I mean, we can see it like on our website. I'm sure you can on yours, and there's just a lot of talk and you know, analysis of getting these two guys in the ring and what's going to happen. It is so unique and novel that it's going to draw every mainstream sports fan that has, you know, any interest in the fight game at all.
Is it a moral victory if Conor McGregor goes a full 12 rounds? We don't want to see Mayweather go 12 rounds. He's got to knock out a guy who has no boxing experience.
It absolutely is a moral victory, and I actually believe that he can last the 12 rounds. I know that he gassed out in the first Nate Diaz fight, but then he came back and he was a lot better conditioned, and I think he knows that, look, with 12 rounds of fighting against Mayweather, I'm going to be chasing this guy around a lot. I have to be in tip-top shape. And Conor is the type of guy that, you know, a challenge presents itself and he wants to meet it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lance. I appreciate it. Thank you.